Hey fellas, so let's talk about political correctness. A lot of people don't really have a problem with political correctness. They think it's good, which blows my mind. They think that being sensitive toward everyone and who they are and what they might be going through is a good thing. For one, it creates more division and it it creates more division when you're always thinking about someone else's differences. That's what political correctness is, and hypersensitivity is. You're always thinking about someone else's differences. You're trying to think, how could you avoid offending them? And in doing that, you're thinking, how are they different from me? So if I see a black fella and I'm a super sensitive or politically correct guy, I'm going to avoid any avenue of conversation that I think might offend him, and it could be completely ignorant, and it leads to a lack of communication and a lack of comfortability and a lack of humor between people when you are constantly worried about saying the wrong thing and offending people. To take this a step further, it also ruins lives and kills people. So I posted something about Sweden the other day, and I got a lot of, not a lot, but I got some flack for it, and then I got a lot of comments. I got a few comments from people from Sweden and some emails from people from Sweden saying that, yeah, they can't speak up about what's going on there, about this mass immigration that's making some neighborhoods unsafe, and it's making women feel unsafe. They can't talk. There can't be dialogue, or else they're called a racist or xenophobic or whatever. Try not to swear anymore. Whatever the hell the word is that they're calling people now, or those on the radical left are calling people. So what happens is, so let's say that these neighborhoods are more unsafe because these cowards that left their country and they wouldn't defend their own country. And this isn't everyone that left the country. These are the cowards that left the country and now are making these other countries unsafe. You see it in Britain, you see it in Sweden, in Germany, Italy, all over Europe with their welcome everyone in kind of, not everyone in, welcome specifically people from the Middle East in. This is going to get me in trouble. Anyway, so what if there are pockets that are unsafe, and what if there are fractions of these groups that are let in that are making these areas unsafe to people who have lived here their entire lives? You should then be able to talk about this stuff, and by avoiding it, or by calling people racist or calling people bigots, it puts people's lives in danger. It puts people's like, if women are getting sexually assaulted and stuff like that, my goodness. It was in Brussels, 1,000 people got sexually assaulted in New Year's. 1,000 women got sexually assaulted in New Year's. That's what political correctness does. You can think it's not a dangerous thing, but we need to be able to make fun of people for our differences and find humor in our differences. And we need to be able to talk about facts, about what's really going on without giving a rat's ass about hurting other people's feelings. Feelings are, who gives a shit if you hurt other people's feelings? You have to be able to joke with other people, have fun with other people, and talk about what's really going on. And we're seeing this political correctness really gain some steam, and we're seeing it gain some steam in campuses, which should be the freest discourse, or the place for the most free discourse on the planet, but that's not true any longer. And so what we're doing is we're raising generations that aren't going to be able to communicate with each other. They're not going to be able to listen to fact without getting offended. And it's just going to create a big, big mess where the truth cannot be talked about, and that is dangerous. And we'll talk about this again. There's some stuff going on with genders that's pretty bloody insane, where people are saying there's 70 different genders now. They're ignoring biology. When you ignore reality and you let people think something that isn't real, you allow whatever they're going through to just fester, and you allow it to become justified. And that's not healthy. So, that's it. Start joking with each other. Start busting each other's balls. Start being able to talk about real shit without worrying about getting offended. If you are someone who's ever been offended, if you have ever said, I'm offended, you're a coward. You need to really get your panties untied and accept other opinions, even if you don't agree with them. Just accept them, and don't ever say the words, I'm offended. Don't be a coward. Talk to you soon.